Do you ever think of moving back to New York? Let me take a bite before I answer. The truth is, back on the scene with another freaking YouTube video for you guys today. And as you guys can tell by today's motherfucking title, bitch, we finna do a life update and a Chick-fil-A mukbang. All my OG supporters know that I love me some Chick-fil-A. Like, Chick-fil-A has my heart, has my heart. I have been obsessed with Chick-fil-A since like it first came out. So at this point, Chick-fil-A should just sponsor me. I thought it was crazy the fact that I love Chick-fil-A so much and I don't have a Chick-fil-A mukbang up on my channel. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're doing a Chick-fil-A mukbang and I'm gonna be giving you guys a huge life update. I'm gonna be, updating you guys on everything that's been... I'm gonna wait for that to pass.
A few moments later.
I'm gonna be updating you guys on everything that has been going on in my life since I have moved from New York to Miami. And if you are new to my channel, I live in Miami. I used to live in New York, but I live in Miami now. So I'm gonna be giving you guys the truth, spilling some tea on how I really feel living here. Before we get into that, definitely be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and definitely be sure to hit that red subscribe button and turn on your bell notification so you're notified every single time your girl Double C is back on the scene, and that is on period. Make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram. It will be right here on the screen, but without further ado, I don't want my food to get cold, so let's get into this mukbang. So I'm gonna be showing you guys everything that I've got, but first let me take everything out. I swear if I don't got a straw. Okay, I got a straw. So we have some Chick-fil-A waffle fries. We have some mac and cheese, a little loose fry. Okay. We have the sandwich. We have some napkins. And they literally only gave me one Chick-fil-A sauce. So let me get a little setup going here. The fries are not that warm, which I'm kind of a little disappointed. Oh! That bitch burst. My fat ass. We got the mac and cheese right here. I love me some Chick-fil-A mac and cheese. I got a side salad. I love me my salads. Actually, I'm gonna dump the fries in here. Then I got me a spicy deluxe with pepper jack cheese, extra tomato, and extra pickles. Period. Let's try this lemonade because I'm thirsty as a bitch right now. What Young Thug said? Slap, slap, slap. Well, he didn't say it. Never mind. That was stupid. I used that wrong. What I was trying to say is this shit slaps. Let's try to get a thumbnail before I actually forget. By the time I fucking eat, the food gonna be cold, bitch. I need to eat. Let's start with dipping these fries because these fries are cold as fuck. They're not even warm. You already know French fries need to be warm in order to taste good. Them shits is not warm. Yo, the mac and cheese, bro, it slaps every time. Them motherfuckers don't miss. Before we get into the Q&A, I gotta take a few bites, I'm sorry. What money bag y'all, sir? Damn, you hit the spot. Tastes like candy, sweet like fruit, wet like water. Can I love on you? So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you guys go ahead and follow me on Instagram, because on my Instagram page, I told you guys that I want to do a life update, and I told you guys to ask me questions, and I told you guys, ask me anything. I'm open to answering really any question. Y'all already know that I'm an open book. I'm not afraid of being vulnerable. So let's see what kind of questions y'all ask me. Let's see if y'all ask me some good and juicy questions. Look at all these questions. So I'm gonna start from the bottom. The first question you guys asked is, how did your mom feel about you moving out? Let me try it again. How did your mom feel about you moving out, and how are you with your other family? Okay, so let me take a bite before I answer. I really don't know how my mom felt about moving out, but she did keep asking me, like, oh, why don't we get a place together? Why don't we get a place together? But it was like I really wanted my own. Like, I've always been like that since 16. I was like literally trying to move out by myself. I've always wanted my own. I've never had a problem with being alone. But as for my other family, like my relationship with them, I would say it's pretty like standard. We're not close at all. Well, I wouldn't say that. I just don't really speak to them. I'm just not gonna cap right now. I don't speak to my other family. You know, they don't reach out to me. I don't reach out to them. But it's like I'm not gonna come looking for people who's not looking for me. You feel me? So it is what it is. I don't have issues with my family. Of course, if I was to see them, you know, shit would like go back to normal. But as for like staying in contact, I haven't really spoke to them. I'm not gonna lie. How do people do mukbangs and talk? This is hard. So the next question is, do you ever think of moving back to New York? The truth is, no. No. And I say no because I truly wasn't happy in New York. I definitely feel like I've learned a lot more about myself, and I've only been living here for a month and I feel really happy. I've been living in Miami and I feel like I've really like grown so much and just progressed, and I just feel like I'm doing way better. I feel like I'm way more happier, way more motivated than I was in New York. Me personally, I just feel like besides my mom and my family, there's nothing really for me there. There's no opportunities there. And New York is too much going on for me. It's just too loud. It's just a lot going on in that city. I don't fuck with it. I don't like the loudness, the rah rah rah. There's a whole bunch of rah 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 everywhere. And here in Miami, or just Florida period, like I feel like it's very peaceful. Like my neighborhood is quiet. When I lived in New York, bro, it was literally so much going on 24/7. Like up until 4 in the morning, niggas is outside blasting music, just being mad loud on the block. Over here, I can sleep in peace. And that's another thing I noticed. I sleep way better now. I feel like there's something on my lip. And I definitely sleep way better. Like I noticed, like I wake up refreshed. I go to sleep so comfortably. I just feel like, I feel so peaceful. I just feel really at peace. That's really the only way to put it. So the next question is, how did you save before moving to another state? So I had already made the decision in March that I wanted to move to Miami, but I kept playing around. I kept spending my money on unnecessary things. When you're trying to move out, you gotta stop the unnecessary spending. You have to, like things that you don't need, which is like outside food, going out with friends, you know, smoking weed, etc. Whatever it is you spend your money on, that's unnecessary. You have to cut that out. So that's the first thing I did. I cut out unnecessary spending. I saved my money as much as I could possible. I set up a savings account where it would take a certain amount of money out of my bank account. I put $1,000 in my bank account, and I was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna start up for my move. And then I kept adding to it and shit like that. I'm gonna say this: you don't necessarily have to save money to move out. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. You don't need to save money to move out. I'll explain that more in another video where I explain how I moved out at 19, because you literally don't need to save money as long as you have the money, all the money for the apartment, and you paid off the apartment. Say you pay for your apartment, right? Even if you move out, your apartment's paid. Say you only have $300 in your bank account after you paid off the apartment. Don't be afraid to make that move. Use that $300 and flip that. Turn it into more money. So you really don't need to save so much money to move out. The next question is, how has your mental and emotional state been since you moved to Miami? I feel like I'm in a much better headspace. I feel like I'm more focused. I'm more aware. I'm more in tune with myself. I just feel at peace. Like I said, that's really the only way I know how to put it. I feel at peace. I feel free. And honestly, my mental health has never been better. In New York, when I lived in New York, it was very, like, I went through a lot of toxic things out there, so I feel like I needed a fresh start. I always have felt like that, and this was my fresh start. I just wanted a fresh start. I've been through so much shit in New York. Like, I have so many bad memories there. That's like, why would I want to stay in a place where I have so many bad memories at? And honestly, it's good to leave your hometown, sis. Or bro, whoever's watching this. Leaving your hometown can sometimes be the best decision you'll ever fucking make for yourself. The next question is, she said, "Hi Chanel, your videos literally changed my life." Thank you. And she said, "I love you, I love you too. Do you have plans on going to college?" Honestly, I already tried the whole college thing, and college is not for everybody. I already knew college was never gonna even be for me. Like, I knew that off rip. I did always like fantasize about going away and dorming and shit like that, but I never ended up doing it. For one, I'm very antisocial. I don't like people, so I could never imagine having a fucking roommate with a stranger I don't even know. Feel me? Even though you probably would get to know that person, but no, that's not for me. But as for like going to school online or college, or I don't even know how that shit works. I went to a community college. I went to BCC in the Bronx, and I hated it. It just felt like high school all over again, and it's like, you know, what am I doing this for? I just feel like college is just not for me. I'm just done with the whole school thing. I feel like school is very stupid. It's pointless. You know, that's my opinion. But I just feel like school is stupid. Like, so no, I don't plan on going back to college. The next question is, has you and your mom's relationship improved since you moved? Actually, yes, me and my mom are much closer now. Well, we've always been close. Like, don't get that fucked up. I've always been very close to my mom. Like, me and her are like this. Like, that's always been my ride or die, my homegirl, my sister, my best friend. She gets on my nerves. I get on hers, but you know, we've always been like this. It was a point in period in time where we started to, like, I wouldn't say grow apart, but like started to have like differences, I guess, because I'm getting older and I'm making decisions she probably doesn't agree with. But our relationship is definitely improved. Like, I feel like she takes me more seriously as an adult now, ever since I moved away. She definitely respects me more now. We actually talk every day. We FaceTime all the time. Hold on, I'm trying to chew. But yeah, we FaceTime all the time, shit like that. And even when I went back to visit her in New York, like, we didn't have not one argument. Like, usually me and my mom would like go back and forth all the time with each other, but while I was in New York, we did not have one argument. It was literally a good time the whole time. And I was super happy because I'm like, me and her both came a long way, especially my mom, because sometimes she can have like toxic behavior, you know. But she's learning, I'm learning still. But yeah, other than that, our relationship is actually really good. We talk all the time. Sometimes at night when she comes home from work, we're just sitting on the phone with each other, even if we're not talking. We're just hearing each other breathe. Okay, so the next question is, how have you been able to adjust to your move? Honestly, I felt homesick probably like a good 3 times while living here for a whole month, which I think 3 times is not that bad. As for adjusting, it really wasn't that hard to adjust, to be honest. Like, I don't know, this just felt very natural. Like, it just felt like, you know. As for like, the only thing I would really have to adjust to was like, damn, like I really gotta pay bills. Like, that's really like the only adult kind of thing I've had to adjust to, which was, you know, paying bills. It's my first time paying my own bills and stuff, so I guess one thing I would say I had to adjust to is managing my money properly. That's one thing I'll say. So the next question is, how are you mentally? Are you really happy? I mean, I feel like you could see it in the way I act, my aura. So the next question is, do you want kids? Honestly, this is a touchy topic, not a touchy topic for me, but it's like, I really don't know. I honestly don't see myself ever having kids. But then again, I do want to have kids so I can teach them how to be a better me, or like just so I can put, you know, some people in the world who can help change the world and make the world a better place, if that makes any sense. I want to have kids to be a better mother than what my mom was. Not saying that my mom was a bad mother, because my mom is far from a bad mother, but as for like the whole toxic, like I just want to have kids so they can grow up in like a happy and healthy environment. But then again, I really don't even want kids because I don't know, I have a phobia. I know this sounds crazy to say, but I have a phobia of like pregnant stomachs. Like I really don't see myself laying down having a whole human come out of my, you know, my parts. That shit scares me. So I really don't know if I want kids or not. Like if I'm gonna have kids, it gotta be with somebody I'm like for life. It gotta be with my for lifer. Like, and so far you men are not giving. None of you are giving. So no, I don't want kids, at least not right now. Yeah. One thing I don't like about Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwiches is they get soggy. Like the bread is mad soggy, so I'm gonna be irritating me. Salad is bussin' though. So next question is, what month do you want to get your car? I'm not gonna speak on anything too soon because like I like to move in silence and stuff like that. But at least by the end of the month, I should be on wheels for a motherfucking fact. And that's on period. But as for like spending money on Ubers, I've done pretty good. I feel like I haven't even spent that much money on Ubers. Because for one, the Ubers are really cheap out here. Really fucking cheap compared to the Ubers in New York. Even though it all adds up, I probably spent like, it's been a month I've been living here. So I would say I probably spent a good $250 to $300 on Ubers, which is not bad because it could be more. Oh, so somebody said, what brand car do you want right now? I'm gonna show you guys what car I want. And it's crazy because ever since I've been wanting this car, I've been seeing it everywhere. So, you know, I'm not gonna speak too soon, but if you know, you know. If you know, you motherfucking know. This is the car I want. And that'd be Focus. It's a Dodge Charger. I'm not sure what year I'm gonna get, but all I know is I want a Dodge Charger, and that's on period. I feel like I would look so cute hopping out of one of those. And even though like mostly boys have that car, well, from what I've seen, mostly boys have that car. I don't give a fuck. That bitch sexy as hell, and I want that bitch. And I'm finna have her, and it's on period. So the next question is, do you miss NYC? Honestly, truly, really, I'm gonna have to go with a no. I'm gonna have to go with a no. And it's not like, okay, I don't want to make it seem like I done like moved to Miami and I'm all about Miami, like, oh fuck New York. That's not really what I'm trying to imply either. I don't really miss the environment. I feel like New York is a very low vibrational place. Like I said, I would say it again, I was not happy there. And I feel like the only thing I would really miss, for one, is of course my mom, family, and having, you know, corner stores. That's what I do miss. Even though I live very close to a lot of things in walking distance, but I miss the delis, you feel me? That's what I do miss. That's one really the only like biggest thing I miss is the delis. I would say access to public transportation, because living in Florida, I'm lucky enough that I live close to things in walking distance, but living in Florida, you definitely do need a car. Because most of the times you really gotta drive places. You don't see nobody on the street walking. Like, you barely see people just walking. Like, everyone's just driving. How was your moving process? Was it easy? My moving process was easy just because I started fresh. So the only thing I really brought down here in my suitcase was, you know, clothes, little knickknacks, soap, stuff like that. But as for the moving process, it was super easy. All I really had to do was bring a suitcase, and then I just order, you know, all of my furniture here and stuff like that. Yeah, all I had to do was get on a flight, pack a suitcase full of clothes, and, you know, I just started fresh. I started from scratch. I was overthinking it, like, oh my god, how am I gonna get this down there? Because I wanted to like bring my vanity, I wanted to bring things like my gaming chair, but I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just leave it back home so I have that stuff, you know, when I'm home and stuff like that. So I decided that I'm gonna just start fresh. Like I said, I wanted a fresh start, so I decided, you know, I'm gonna just start everything all over, from my bed, furniture, TV, everything. The next question is, how is it so far living in Miami? So far it's really good. I have a lot of fun. There's some days I go to the club, there's some days, you know, I'm home editing, filming videos. It's just peaceful. It's peaceful and fun at the same fucking time. Like, it's a nice balance. So the next question is, how's living in your new area? My new area is very quiet, which I do appreciate. The only thing that is really loud about this area is when the big ass trucks be passing by while I'm trying to film a video, and I'm like, what the fuck? Besides that, it's really peaceful. My neighbors are quiet, nobody's loud. Also, I live like walking distance to certain things, so that's pretty convenient for me. So honestly, I don't have anything to complain about living in my area. I honestly really appreciate it. So the next question is, how can you learn to try new things? So honestly, I used to be very afraid of trying new things. It's really me picking out the salad for me. But I used to be afraid of trying new things until I realized that, you know, I'm not gonna say life is short, because I don't really agree with that statement. You only get one life, so it's like, why not make the most of it? If you try something new and you don't like it, cool. Like, now you know, okay, I don't like that. And it's like really nothing wrong with trying new things. Like, sometimes trying new things will be like the best decision you ever made. Traveling by myself for the first time with friends was something I was afraid to do, but I did it, and I came to Miami and I motherfucking loved it. So do you, baby. That's what I'm saying. You only get one life, you gotta make the most of it. You don't want to be 40 regretting certain shit, like, oh, I should have did this as a kid, I should have did that as a kid. Literally check off everything you want to do on the bucket list. Do everything you want to do in this life, even if you're afraid to do it. We only get one life. We're here to make the most of it, and that's on period. For the first time, I had to travel by myself, and I was definitely scared. But I did it, and I realized that, wow, I actually really like this. Like, it was actually very fun and peaceful to me. The next question is, your worst depressing time, and how did you pull yourself out of it? So I would say the time I was like most depressed was really while I was in a toxic relationship. I was very unhappy with myself, my image. I was unhappy with my body. I was unhappy with a lot of things. And step one to pulling myself out of it was leaving the person that I was with. Step two, I started to take more time for me and figure out what it is that I like about myself, what it is that I love. Step three is rebuilding my confidence. So somebody asks, dating, as of right now, no. Your girl's big single. Am I looking to be in a relationship? No, but you know, if it happens, it happens. But as of right now, yeah, I'm single. I don't talk to nobody. Yeah, like, your girl's not booed up, cuffed up, none of that. It's none of that. Like, all that shit is dead. Let me stop. I do be wanting me a little boo or whatever, but you niggas is grimy. Again, somebody asked, have I been dating in Florida? You know, I haven't been dating. Are you happy you moved to Miami, or do you want to move back to NY? I'm really happy that I moved here. Hashtag no regrets. Hashtag I love it here. Hashtag best decision I ever made in my life, and that's on period. How do you feel now being out of New York? I feel free. I'm free, bitch. What was the deciding factor in getting a studio apartment versus a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom? Okay, so you guys are wondering, why did I get a studio apartment? And the reason why I did get a studio apartment is, for one, I manifested it. When I wrote down that I wanted an apartment in my manifestation book, I wrote down, I'm so happy and grateful for my studio apartment. So I probably should have been more specific, as in, you know, putting 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. So that's what I ended up finding, and this is the place that actually took me with the credit that I had. Being that I just opened up credit, this is the place that took me because of my income. So I really ain't complaining or tripping the fact that I live in a studio apartment, because you know, it's just me living here. Like, I really don't like mind it at all. Like, I don't have a problem with it, whether it's like, because if I had a living room, I still wouldn't be in that bitch. Like, I don't sit in the living room, so I really don't care. This is temporary. Like, this is just somewhere for me, you know, to start off, get a little practice, stack my money, and move into something bigger and better, obviously. But I really don't mind living in a studio. So the next one is, I want to move out soon. Can you give little tips for people who are looking to move out? So tip one, I'm gonna say, is definitely use the app called Zillow. That's how I found my apartment. I feel like that's the best app to use versus using Trulia. Definitely start using Zillow. Filter, you know, what your price range is looking for. Definitely search before you just, you know, jump into the first apartment that you do find. Weigh out your options, save your money, and make sure you guys decide, like, are you really ready to do this and you're not impulsively just trying to move out. What is the next step in your career? College, collabs, a business? So I definitely do have a business coming soon. I'm not gonna speak on it too much. I'm gonna just let, you know, life play itself out. You guys will eventually see. I have a business coming soon. I definitely want to work on merch. I definitely do want to do collabs, but it's like, I have to collab with people who I genuinely, you know, fuck with their YouTube videos. I'm not the type of YouTuber that's just gonna jump to collab with anybody just because, you know, they have a certain amount of following, or, you know, it's gonna get me views. I just feel like I want to collab with people I genuinely fuck with as a whole, like as a whole individual, than just really collabing with anyone just because, oh yeah, hey, we both do YouTube. Like, no, that's really not how it is for me. What's your favorite part of finally being on your own? My favorite part of living on my own is how peaceful my place is, like how peaceful the energy in my apartment is. Like, it's just mad fucking peaceful. When you live with people, there's different energies going on inside the house because there's, you know, multiple people living there. So it's your energy, you know, somebody else's energy, and this person's energy. So me, it's just me here, so it's really just my energy, and it's just hella motherfucking peaceful, and it gives me sanity. Feel me? Is there anything you miss? Okay, one thing I miss is my mom cooking for me and bringing home food for me. That's something I do miss. I heard something in your last video about celibacy. Are you celibate? Okay, so if I have to be real with y'all, I was celibate. And I kind of, like, you know, I fucked up. I'm human. I had got drunk, and, you know, certain events had transpired. So as for me being celibate, I kind of broke that, which I was upset about it because it was something that I did really want to keep going. But I'm trying again. So let's hope, you know, Chanel can actually do it this time and, you know, not fuck it up, because I did fuck that up. Was it worth it? No. It wasn't with nobody that, you know, it wasn't with nobody important for me. So it was like, I don't really regret it, but it's like, I could have done better. Feel me? I'm human at the end of the day, so. But I was celibate. We just going, what T-Pain said? What T-Pain said, blame it on the liquor. I don't even feel like alcohol. Yeah, blame it on the liquor. How do you feel about sex after marriage? Do you think it's harder now these days? Hell motherfucking yeah. I definitely do think sex after marriage is definitely harder in this generation, because it really seems like there's no men out here or boys out here, or like even some women too. Like, it really seems like y'all have like said fuck relationships, and y'all is just fucking each other and like with no attachments, and that's crazy to me. That's crazy. I mean, I've done that, like, but that's crazy to me. Like, I personally, I'm looking for something. I really do want something more. Like, I really would like to be in a happy, healthy relationship with one person, but it literally seems like it's fucking impossible in this generation. So I kind of lost all hope for it. I want to give it there's no words for it, y'all. I just feel like sex after marriage in this generation, good luck. to you, because all these niggas want to do is just put it in you with nothing more. Like, they just want to put it in you. Like, what can you do for me? They just want to put it in you and won't even like text you back, and then text you when they want it again. Like, sir. So I feel like it is impossible. I mean, nothing's impossible, because you still have your, like, you're a good man, and if a man really loves you, he'll respect the fact that you want to wait till marriage to have sex. Okay, so the next question is, when did you realize that you had to get your life together? So I realized that I had to get my life together. I would say I realized I had to get my life together when me and my mom would literally argue every day, and she's like, oh, get your own place, get your own, you know. It just made me feel like, damn, am I not doing enough? Am I really not on my shit for real? So really what inspired me to get my shit together, get my own place, just do everything on my own, move to another state, was me and my mom's relationship. Like, our relationship was very toxic. It was not okay. We would argue all the time, and it made me realize, like, if you don't want to put up with this shit no more, then you know you gotta get your shit together and move out and get your fucking own. And that's what I did. So that's definitely what made me realize that I had to get my shit together, that I was playing around with my money and shit like that. Just like, ever since I moved, like, I learned how to manage my money even better. I'm not recklessly spending money like how I used to. So I definitely do appreciate the fact that I live on my own, because it has taught me the importance of not splurging your money on unnecessary things, and that's definitely something I had a bad habit with. So the next question is, are you trying to meet new friends in Miami? Honestly, I have friends here, but it's like most of the friends that I have here are males, so that's why y'all really don't see me, like, you know, out for real or like with any friends, because they're male friends. I do hang out with them, but it's like if we go into the club or something like shit like that, I'm hanging out with my male friends, but you know, they're just not up in my crib chilling with me. So I do have friends, they're males though. As for female friends, I would like to make some female friends out here. How did you adapt to New York to Miami? Okay, so what she's asking is basically, how did I transition from New York to Miami? Honestly, it was just very natural. Maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. I definitely know that this is where I'm supposed to be. So it just was very natural to me. Like, it didn't feel weird. I always felt like this was my home. Even like when I came here for vacation, my first time in Miami, I did not want to fucking leave. I was crying on my way back to the motherfucking airport. I was crying on my way home. Like, I did not want to go back to New York. Like, Florida, it just feels like I'm meant to like live in Florida. Like, I'm really fucking living in Florida, and I love it here. Oh, so the next question is, are you looking for a relationship? I'm not necessarily looking for a relationship, but you know, if I end up being in one, then cool. Like, kudos, you know. I actually would be happy if I did end up being in a relationship, but then again, I feel like I really don't need no distractions right now. A relationship is kind of a fucking distraction. Oh shit, I love this question. So she asks, what chapter is this point of your life called? And I'm gonna call it free. Ha! Period, because I'm free, bitches. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy this Chick-fil-A mukbang / life update. So that's just a few things that's been going on in my life. Really the biggest question y'all wanted to know is, how do I feel living in Miami? I feel great, I feel good, period. And I really don't regret it. I'm glad I live here. I'm glad I live in Florida. Like, I really live in Florida. I see palm trees. I like palm trees. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, definitely be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, definitely be sure to hit that red subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you're notified every single time your girl WC is back on the scene, and that's on period. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram so you guys can participate in videos like this. And I will definitely see you cuties in the next motherfucking video.